Hello, listeners, and welcome. This is the Boogeyman Report, your official site for news from the left-wing liberal radical Democrats, where each episode we're going to talk about truth, justice, and the American way. Let's get started, shall we? I'm calling for the overthrow of this government. Insurrection, revolution, rebellion in the streets, shut down the government. Donald Trump, America is done with you. I'm going to point something out for you, Don, just so you have a little historical reflection. And I know you've never read a book, but we're going to help you out anyway. World War II, another fascist tried to take over the world, along with his friends in Asia, the Japanese. They sent them to attack the American society at Pearl Harbor. And after that attack was over, the admiral in charge, Yamamoto, said these words, "I fear we have awakened a sleeping giant. Donald John Trump, we're coming for you. You have no idea what the definition of a sleeping giant is. We're done with your lies. We're done with your corruption. We're done with your thinking that you are the king, the dictator, the ruler, the supreme being of the United States of America. We, the citizens, are coming for you." Now, ladies and gentlemen, we talked yesterday a little bit about an astronaut in a heat shield, and I wanted to kind of touch back on that today because we're seeing it at play in real time. So right now we're seeing Bondi out there trying to pretend she's some kind of Bambi heroism with her little nutcase job, whatever she's doing in Minnesota, saying, "We're going to get the rioters. You know what? We're free speechers. Come get me, Pam. I'm right here. You can find me. Ask Spotify. Ask YouTube. Where is this guy? I'm not hiding from you. I'm exercising my free speech, and I'll be in your face if you don't like it." So here's how the heat shield is going to start working. You're starting to see people reassigned, pulled back, talked to. The next 5 words you are going to start hearing repeated over and over are the same words that were used at the Nuremberg trials in Nazi Germany after World War II. We took each one of the commanders and those charged with war crimes and we sat them down and we interviewed them and we put them on trial. And these 5 words came from their mouth. "I was just following orders." You're going to start hearing that pretty soon from the CBP, from ICE, because what they don't realize is they're going to have to identify who gave you that order. And everybody up the chain of command is going to burn Donald Trump's heat shield because it's going to get to Donald Trump. He gave me the order. We're already starting to see they're looking for victims. Miller's out there saying today, "Oh, gee, I don't think the Border Patrol or ICE was following our directions. We gave them specific instructions." Now you're starting to see the heat shield at work. They've got to start finding scapegoats. They've got to start finding people to burn before it gets to the president, who needs to be burned, who needs to be taken out of office, who needs to be sent to another country, exiled for his own safety and the rest of his life. Nobody wants you here, Donald Trump. We are coming for you. I sat yesterday thinking, even myself, the world's in an uproar because what happened? A white man and a white woman got shot in the streets for no reason at all. And I must imagine the black community, the Hispanic community, the Somali community sitting back going, "Why are you guys upset? This is our everyday life." Do you understand, Americans? This isn't about immigration. Not at all. This is about suppressing the will of the people, taking away our free speech and our rights, and becoming some supreme fascist dictator in America. You watch what happened yesterday. Where was Trump? He wasn't concerned about what's going on in America. He's in Iowa trying to pretend his economy is okay. He flows lie after lie after lie. You know what? Donald John Trump, pay my rent. Donald John Trump, buy my groceries. Donald John Trump, you are out of touch with reality. You have no clue what the average American is feeling, and you don't care because you have a golden toilet that you can go piss on the American people, just like your little poop flags over our No Kings protest. Well, guess what? We're done. We've had it. You have awakened a sleeping giant. And what else do they throw out? Who else is whining today but Melania Trump? "Oh, no, this ICE operation interfering with the movie. Nobody's going to go see." And Amazon gave them $75 million to produce a What About Me film What, you haven't had a pair of Gucci's in a week, Melania? What's your problem? You slept your way into citizenship. The rest of us, and those still coming, had to bust their ass to get here and live these freedoms. You sucked a carrot and you got here. Nobody cares about your frickin' film, lady. You know, when this guy Miller comes out and says, there was a problem with how the shooting was handled. The shooting was an American citizen using his constitutional rights, you nuthead. Now, I'm going to get a little personal here because I had to take some umbrage with the Holocaust Museum yesterday. And I apologize. I don't mean to be offensive, but I told you at the beginning of this, I want Donald Trump out. I'm going to speak from my heart, speak from my mind, and speak from my soul. The Holocaust Museum had a problem with what Governor Walz said about the new Anne Frank hiding in the basement in Minnesota. And their concern was, well, this isn't the same as the Holocaust. Well, let me tell you something, Holocaust Museum. Don't you think Anne Frank would have liked if people were screaming before she had to go to the damn basement to hide from the Gestapo? Pull your heads out. You said never again, and yet you're allowing support for never again because you're protecting your rich friends. You're protecting your money. Do you understand? Anne Frank would be pissed as hell at you. She would not tolerate your statement. Now you retract that statement and you get up and you understand what's going on in America. It's starting with Minnesota. They're not Jews, they're Somalis. They're not Somalis, they're American citizens. So don't you dare say this is not an equivalent to Anne Frank when right here in America we have a Nazi leader trying to take this government over with fascism, hate, fear. I had a friend, I was texting yesterday. He listens to my podcast. He said, we are praying for your safety. I said, kiss my ass. Don't you pray for my safety. That's what Donald Trump wants. He wants fear. He wants you to shut your mouth. Now he's going after witnesses in Minnesota today with Pam Bondi acting all little, hey, look at me, tough little cowgirl. I can come get you. Look, lady, you're going to be held up for crimes just like everybody else, so you better think about what part of the heat shield you are because you're in the equation. Donald Trump's going to burn you faster than he'd burn his own mother. And they keep talking about desensitize. That's what they want. They want to desensitize America. They want to desensitize my listeners. They want to bring the temperature down because they know we're in trouble. I told you yesterday, this is going to keep going. Donald Trump's out doing commercials for his economy that's in the tank because he's so far out of touch with reality, he hasn't got a clue. America, we are at a true, identifiable crossroads. Pete Buttigieg encourages us, do not give up. Keep going. Keep trying. I'm asking you. I'm a 71-year-old broken down veteran who walks with a cane and can barely stand. So they can come for me. They can beat me. They can do whatever they want, but they will not silence my voice. And I promise you this, America, the day that you don't wake up and sometime that day see a new podcast of The Boogeyman Report on either YouTube or Spotify, then you know I've been arrested and taken to prison, and you better start screaming bloody hell. Because that means free speech is being completely shut down in this country. We had to listen to, what's that guy's name? Rush Limbaugh. Every word out of his mouth was anti-American. We had to listen to that crap. We have to listen to, what's this other guy that used to be on Fox that now is a Russian crony? I even forget what his name is. So you shut me up, Trump? I don't think so, buddy. Because you and I are at actual war. I'm coming for you. America's coming for you. 300 million people going to march down Pennsylvania Avenue. We're going to shut down this economy. We're going to hold you hostage until you get on a boat, get on a plane, and go wherever you want to go, not here. And we're going to take your administration out too. We're going to take care of every Republican that's sitting in the House, every Republican that's sitting in the Senate. You got no chance in hell. We're done with fascism. We're done with your support for this Nazi dictator. We're done with everything you have done to this country over the last 8 years. Donald John Trump, you must go. And I want everybody to open up their doors, open up the windows, and start yelling, Trump must go. Trump must go. That must be your mantra in the streets. That must be your mantra at the protests. That must be your mantra to your friends. Trump must go. I thank you for your time today. I tell you now, get up, wake up, stand up, do something. This is not good.